Just a warning, this next story includes allegations of child sexual abuse. An ABC investigation can reveal multiple child sexual abuse allegations over decades at the alternative Fitzroy Community School in Melbourne. These allegations are made by 6 women who were either students at the school or were in the care of the school's founders, a married couple Faye Berryman and Philip O'Carroll. Victorian investigations reporter Josie Taylor joins us now from Melbourne. Josie, what is the Fitzroy Community School and what is being alleged?
Good morning. The Fitzroy Community School is a small alternative primary school. It's got 2 campuses, but the original was set up in the family home of its founders, Faye Berryman and Philip O'Carroll. They're a married couple who established the school in 1976 in the terrace house on Melbourne's iconic Brunswick Street in what was their family home at the time. They set the school up to, in their words, try and create an oasis for children which would take them away from the constraints of mainstream education and encourage their full self-expression. So what this ABC investigation has uncovered is that multiple women have come forward as adults alleging sexual abuse or grooming at the school over a number of decades. And if we go back to 1976, the year that the couple says they started setting up the school in their own home, 2 sisters came into contact with the couple. They were family friends and their mother placed one child at the school, Kirsten, who was 4 years old at the time, and her sister Gretel was 7, and she also went to stay with the couple for a few days in 1976. It's there that the sisters both alleged that they saw really disturbing sexual behaviour from Faye Berryman and Philip O'Carroll. In fact, Gretel is here talking to us. She doesn't want to use her last name, but she alleges that she and her sister witnessed Philip O'Carroll in a bath with a child who was touching his genitals.
He was encouraging everybody to come into the bathroom and talking about everything being natural and our bodies being natural and that being naked is fine, and if anybody wants to touch his penis then that's fine, and that we could all have a turn. And I was just standing in the doorway with Kirsten from memory, and I just said, "Oh, no thanks," and left again. After that weekend, we went back home, and I recall saying to my mum, "Kirsten shouldn't go to that school, Mum. That all that school does is teach children how to have sex."
Josie, have the founders Faye Berryman and Philip O'Carroll responded to these allegations?
They have not, Gemma. We have attempted numerous times and methods to ask for an interview and have put detailed questions to them. We know that in 2006, the sisters went to police as adults. They'd moved interstate as children shortly after they made those allegations to their mother. And then they returned to Victoria as adults and were shocked to find out that Faye Berryman and Philip O'Carroll were still running the Fitzroy Community School. They went to police and they made formal statements. We understand and have obtained an incident report from 2006, the police records, that show a detective did interview the couple in 2006 and they strenuously denied the allegations. They described them as fanciful. They did confirm that the girls were in their care at a time in 1976. They also said to police that the allegations couldn't be true because they didn't register their school until 1980. So that is in the police incident report. However, in their book that they wrote in 2015, they do state that they set up the school in 1976 and that they started taking students in that year.
Other women have come forward. What do they allege?
We have spoken to other women who were students in the 1980s and some have declined to be identified. They say that they have memories from that school that still haunt them, including that Philip O'Carroll sang suggestive songs, showed them crotchless underwear in his bedroom and referred to having sex with his wife. They also allege that he had something that he called cuddle time. And this is a woman we're calling Jodie, who describes what she says happened in the 1980s.
I remember him reading some kind of Japanese pornographic comic at the time, and he'd take each girl and look at the comic together whilst, cuddling. We thought we were special to have cuddle time with Phil.
Josie, what's been the response from the school?
Well, nothing at this stage. We have tried repeatedly to engage with the school through phone calls, emails, text messages, turning up in person and even hand delivering letters. We know that it is a charity and it has a school board, which is chaired by Melbourne gynaecologist and surgeon Dr Claire Myers. Now, she wrote a letter to parents last week, 2 days after the ABC sent detailed allegations and questions regarding the sexual abuse allegations, and we've had no response. But she did tell parents in this letter that we've obtained, which says that the school has appointed an independent investigator to look into the multiple allegations that are currently afoot. It didn't refer to sexual abuse allegations, but she did mention the current Victorian Institute of Teaching investigation, which is underway into the conduct of a number of teachers at the school, including Faye Berryman's 2 sons, Nick and Tim Berryman, who have until recently been teachers at the school, which is essentially a family business. So Dr Myers, the chair of the school board, wrote to parents saying that despite the hostile media attention and ongoing scrutiny, the vibrant day-to-day at school is a joyful reminder of why Fitzroy Community School continues to exist.
And are there more allegations?
There are. The allegations extend into the 2000s, where 2 young women have spoken to the ABC, waiving their right to anonymity as alleged child sexual abuse victims. They say in separate incidents, in 2005 for one and 2008 for the other, that they were subject to child-on-child sexual abuse at the school. They both say in strikingly similar allegations that they were isolated in a room by a group of boys and seriously sexually assaulted. And both young women say the impact of their time at Fitzroy Community School has damaged their lives.
Victorian Investigations reporter Josie Taylor, thank you. And if this story has raised any issues for you, you can get help by calling the National Sexual Assault and Family Violence Counselling Helpline on 1800 RESPECT, which is 1800 737 732.